Good morning, grade 2 student. How are you all doing? Welcome to another interesting time on our English class. Today is January 6, 2021, and it is our day 4 in this very week. So we are going to continue with today's lesson with our value of the month, which we told you is loyalty. And we said loyalty is about people who stay true to you behind your back. These are people who will always be there for you. Okay, so it's good to be faithful to such people. Now we go to the warm-up for our today's lesson. What is the warm-up all about? We'll say simple present tense. You know, we've not told you the topic I'm going to treat today, right? But I want you from this very warm-up, I want you to start thinking, what is it all about? What will be the topic? So look at the instructions to follow for this warm-up. We'll say class discussion, okay? It's all about class discussion. Let's rub minds together. What present tense does each picture represent? Look at this picture. What tense does it represent? What is the boy holding? What is he looking through? What is this one doing? I want you to have a discussion with your family if you're at home, or with your parents, your siblings, or with your friend. If you're at home with them, I want you to discuss each of the pictures. Get their own view about what they think the picture is all about. What is the simple present tense of this very picture? Okay? Our topic today will be on listening focus and phonics. And we will be concentrating on the simple present and words with the long spelling. This is our lesson objectives. Here we say the lesson objectives are to know that simple present is used to talk about an action which happens on a regular basis. Regular. This regular means always or often. Often. It happens always. It happens often. Okay? Regular. Repeatedly. Then this is to recall and be able to understand what they listen to. Know the most effective way to learn how to read. So we'll be teaching you how to read, because that is one of our priorities, to develop your reading skills. And then you'll be able to understand. We will be having a listening class. So when you listen, we want you to be able to understand what you've listened to. And then here, it will be about the simple present continuous. Okay. Look at the keywords for today's lesson. We'll have here, park. Remember we said in our objectives, we'll be looking at the words. This is park. You see the park, sharp, arc. This is drawing. Okay. So this is not part of the AR words, okay, the R words. Now we'll move on to continue with the lesson. We're going to look at a little definition or explanation about the word simple present. So we say, what does it mean? Simple present is used to talk about an action which happens on a regular basis. I already told you this during the slide for the objectives for our lesson today. So we use the present tense to talk about something that is true in the present. Okay? You are doing something in the present. So it is used to talk about something. Now look at the example we gave below. I'm 19 years old, which could be true. Or you are 8 years old. He lives in London. I am living in Qatar. I'm a student. I'm a teacher. So this statement is true about something or about a person. But for me, I'm not a student. I am a teacher. So I'm a student is true for you listening. He lives in London, but for you listening in Oscar Academy, you live in Qatar. So we move on, trying as much as we can to make this lesson not to be that long. When do we use simple present? So we're going to learn when to use it because it's part of our objectives. When do we use simple present? Listen below. We use the present simple routines, something that happens every day, something you do always. Now, I usually wake up early. Some of us wake up very early as 4 o'clock. Some wake up as early as 5, depending. So this is something we use to talk about routines, okay? Like routines like what do I mean? Some people, when they wake up, they pray every morning. Like I wake up, I pray every morning. I brush my teeth every morning. I shower every morning. I eat my breakfast every morning. These are the things you do repeatedly, always on a regular basis, okay? Every morning you repeat it. You do it this morning, tomorrow's morning you're going to repeat what you did today, okay? So that is what we call it simple present. Now, we are going to listen.
Aunt Meg goes to work at 8 o'clock. She goes by car. School starts at 9 o'clock. The first lesson is writing. Aunt Meg helps the children to write the ABC. The second lesson is reading. Aunt Meg helps the children to read words and sentences.
This is my cat. Very good.
The next lesson is art. The children love drawing and painting. Their pictures are great. Aunt Meg has lunch at 1 o'clock. She has lunch at school. After lunch, the children sing songs. They love singing. Then Aunt Meg reads a nice story.
Once upon a time, there was a beautiful princess.
The children love stories and they love Aunt Meg. At 3:30, Aunt Meg gets into the car and drives home.
Okay, this is all it is to this very activity. It is called listening activity. So you should be able to listen so you can know when to feel what to feel. Okay, I already helped you run through it all so that it won't be that difficult for you. But next time I would like you to pay attention when this kind of listening class is going on, so you'll be able to listen and then answer the questions by yourself. Now we continue with the lesson. This is on phonics. So we move to the second topic we are discussing, or we are treating, which will say phonics. So I'll quickly run through it. What is phonics? We'll say phonics is the relationship between written letters and spoken sounds. Example, knowing the letter B makes the sound B. Why is it important? Phonics is important because phonics is the key to the early learning of how to read and spell words. That is what I told you in our objective, that we'll be teaching you the best way to read, to improve your reading habit, which is phonics. Knowing that this B is the letter B, but B, there's a way it sounds. So the sound of the B is what you follow in trying to pronounce words. B, but, by, build. Do you understand? So when you know your phonics, you know the letters and their sounds, really it will be very easy for you. So try it. Now this is another explanation about phonics because we want you to understand it very well. Now we say phonics, sounding out words. So sounding out words is the most effective method to learn how to read. When you sound, like I said in the previous slide, when you know the letters and then you'll be able to sound them, like you have the word here, red. And then you want to read this, but you're finding it difficult to read. Now, the best way to read it is to start with the sound. You sound this later. You go on with this one, you sound it again. Then you merge this together, you bring them together. And you add this. The red. 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 Okay, this is then you bring this three together. You blend this two. Add. You have the word red. Is that understood? Did I make any sense? Okay, so for this video not to be that long, I'll just take that only example. When you come to school, we will explain better because we want to improve your reading. Okay, so now we go on with this very one. I want you to listen too because we will be filling these very blanks with what we've listened to. So I will fill only one for you, and then I want you to do the remaining from the listening part. So please pay attention to it. Alright, thank you for your time listening to this very activity. Well, were you able to get anything? Did you understand? Did you listen? Did you follow the reading as it was being read? On the road, I see a car. In the sky, I see a star. Now, I want you to do me a favor by filling the blanks down, but I will fill one for you based on what I listened to. I see here, I see a star. Remember, it is the a words. Okay? So that is why we are listening to this very activity. I want you to feel this and feel this based on what you listen. Then here, say the sound, make the words. I want you to say the sound like I taught you in the previous slide. You say the sound first, and then you blend ka. Then you write ka. This is pronounced, the A is pronounced as, it sounds as a. The R, you blend them together, it becomes ka. Fan. Park. These are the ways you practice and then begin to build your reading skills. Before long, you all by yourself will start reading without the help of anybody. So try as much as you can. Learn these phonics, learn their sounds, learn the letters, know them and know the way they are sound, and then start to blend, and then start to pronounce, and then start reading. Is that understood? Okay, that is it on our class today. So this is your homework. This your homework is still on phonics. I want you to blend this, and put the words down, blend this and make the word st. When you see those two words like this, later, it is sound as st, then star. Then you have it as star. Okay, I already blended this for you in the previous slide. I blended this. Then I want you to blend this and this. Okay, using the example of this and the ones I did in the previous slide to complete this very one. Then this is quite easy. I want you to do this for yourself, okay? By yourself rather. Thank you so much. Be a wonderful student listening to us. Now we have question of the day. Before I leave you, I would like like to take this question. I want you to answer this. What other ways do you think we can learn how to read and spell words? Apart from the way these patients have taught you this moment, what other ways? Just think out of the box. What other ways do you think you can improve your reading skills and spelling skills? Okay. So our conclusion will now have to wrap up the lesson today, and we start with this just to refresh our memories. This is to recap on the things we'll learn this moment. We'll talk about today's lesson was all about simple present tense, and then we'll talk about phonics and how to improve our reading skills. Then we'll have here, we'll say thank you for your time listening and following up on the activities. Stay safe and see you in our next class. Bye.